Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Today we are taking a look at an app called Sector. It's been out for ages and ages, 2015, but it's still brilliantly cool. So I have this set up in AUM, and I will be I'll add shortly. I'll add something else as well, and I'll add some an effect as well. I'm going to add Cosmonaut. And but it's very cool. It allows you to manipulate your samples, loops, any audio file that you care to put in there in very, very interesting and clever ways. So what basically have is this is your sample that's going to play, and then you have it divided into sectors. You can see that at the moment this is divided into just 4 sectors, 1, 2, 3, 4, but you can divide it many sectors, like I think something like 64. It's huge. It's huge. And you do that here where you have this, and you see it says sectors. So you could go to sectors here, and then you could just go up to 32 sectors. And if I go OK, it will split my loop into 32 sectors. But just to start, otherwise it gets super confusing. You can go down to 2 as well. We're going to stick with 4 sectors. Okay, so it makes more sense. You can trigger up to 4 sectors here, but because I've got
license sequence your link pattern sequence trigger in real time before.
Hello
everybody, welcome to.
Because I've only got 4 sectors, each one will be mapped to like the colors. But as I add more, all I need to do is hold this, and then I can trigger it to another sector, etc., etc. You also have all sorts of cool randomization stuff here, but you have this is your mapping area. So to join sectors together is pretty simple. You just touch on a sector.
Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room.
And then you touch on another one.
Sequencer, bend time with warp function.
And then you can,
hello everybody, welcome to the.
Then you can work out how you want this trig to, the probability factors.
Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room.
Here.
So today we are taking a look at Sector. With Sector, you can slide.
And then you can get it to sort of jump across and things like that. Okay, so
hello.
What we're going to do is I'm going to clear that. Okay, I'm going to play the loop round, and then I'm going to show you some of the other cool stuff. You have a sequencer, and you also have this very, very clever warp function, which is what gives Sector its thing, sort of thing. So briefly, let's just play, and I'll go through the thing.
Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. So today we are taking a look at Sector. With Sector, you can slice and sequence your loops with a matrix of Markov chain connections, introduce order with the probability-based coin flipping pattern sequencer, bend time with warp function connections, introduce order with the probability-based coin pattern sequencer, bend time with warp functions for glitches and modulations, and you can tweaking pattern sequencer, bend time with warp and trigger in real-time performance, and get license sequence and trigger in ring license.
See what you
hello
can
everybody,
do.
welcome.
What you can do as well, you can set this so it will trigger upon its now. If it's running and I hit one of the trigger points, so if I wanted to set, say, this T sector like T3 here, it's on number 3 at the moment, so you can just set it
functions
there.
For glitches and modulations,
it'll be on sector 6.
And you can tweak functions. Hello.
Now, if it's running, it will wait till its next available opportunity in the loop to swap.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the sound test room. So today we can trigger in.
Okay, if it's not running, you can just start it off and trigger it anytime you like.
Functions, pattern sequence trigger. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Functions and triggering. Hello, everybody.
Okay.
Welcome to this.
Okay, now quickly, I'm going to show you the warp. The warp is superb. The warp reacts to each individual sector, depending on which one you have selected. So, for instance, if I select this one,
for glitches and modulations.
Let me turn.
Hello, everybody.
Let me turn the volume of that down so you're not hearing me talk. So, if I select this, each one has separate controls here. Now, I've got everything cleared. So here you will see you have loads of different ways that this will affect that actual portion of the loop. So, for instance, if I select, let's select the start-off point here, me saying, hello, everybody, blah, blah, blah. And let's put this into this first one here. Now it will go, as you can see, I can change it for each one, and I can just move along and choose different functions and different effects, and I can choose the direction that effect will run. But let me give you an idea of how that effect works. At the moment, you will see that the effect is there, and it kind of has a little graphic of what the effect does. You see? Over each one. But we know that I have now got this set here. Now you can see these are the probabilities that effect will play. So you can vary the probability between each sector sort of thing. So let's just 100% close that down and 100% have that trigger on that loop.
And get anything between rigid control and random chaos.
Hello everybody, welcome to the sound stream. So today
we are taking a look at sector.
Okay, so you get the idea there. As we start to add different types of effects, now we could say, and you can see that the opportunities are changing there, so it's 50-50 now. It'll be 34-34. Now it'll be 25% what it triggers on when it comes around to this one again.
In real-time performance and get anything between rigid control and random chaos. Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. So today we are taking a look at sector. With sector, you can slice and sequence your loops with a matrix of Markov chain connections, introduce order with the probability-based coin flip functions for glitches and modulations, and you can tweak and trigger in real-time performance, rigid control and random chaos. Hello everybody, welcome to the sound. We are taking a look at sector. With sector, you can slice connections, introduce order with the...
Okay, now you get an idea of how that works, right? The sequencer section, you can have up to 32, I think, is it 32? No, you can have up to 64. You can have up to 64 sequences. Let's go take it down to 8 so it makes sense. Okay, so you can see what's going on. This refers to each of, like, say, for instance, let's select
Hello,
this
everybody.
one.
Welcome to the sound test.
Now, let's select that.
So, slice and sequence your loops with a matrix of Markov chain connect.
Once we run this now, it will play that twice.
Slice and sequence your loops. Connections. Introduce order with the probability-based coin flip. Functions for glitches and modulations, and you can tweak and trigger in real-time performance.
So today
Okay, so you can see that you can set your sequences any way you like. Now, depending on which page you're in, you will see these controls change slightly. That means that you can vary whatever it is that's in that. So randomize that sequence. Now, that where it shrinks to a smaller dot like that, that is your, you see here, that is your probability that sequence will trigger. Okay, so yeah, you can see how it's going now. So we can randomize pretty much everything. It's warped. We can randomize the warp factors for
rigid control and random chaos.
Okay.
Slice and sequence your loops with a matrix of Markov.
And there are some very, very cool effects there you can apply to your particular slices in your loops. Okay, so that kind of is, you just dig in. I don't want to go into too much detail. I did do a video that was a little bit more detailed than this, and you can import from anywhere you like, you know, Dropbox, Audio Share, etc., etc. But the key thing is it's very, very, very clever how it works. Now, you can hear that it's sequencing my voice. We could clear everything and start again. I don't know what it's going to sound like now, actually.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the sound test room. So today we are taking...
You can speed it up.
Magic control
and random chaos.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the sound test room. So today...
And trigger in real-time performance.
Actually, that's not going to do anything. Sorry, because I'm using I've locked it into the host app. If you can see, if we go to, is it settings? Where are we? Project settings here. Oh, yeah, it's got MIDI learn as well. So you can go to sync settings, and I've got it synced to my inter-app audio host, which is AUM. Incidentally, this is also developed by. Let's take a screenshot there. This is also developed by Chromatica as well. It's the same guy who made AUM, so and it's solid. This thing is solid. So let's go for it now. Let's go right. Let me go to this. Okay, and let me use the host's like AUM's trigger bar to fire this off.
Widget control and random chaos. Widget control and random chaos. So today,
and trigger in real-time performance. And trigger in real-time.
How cool is this?
Functions. For
So we
glitches
could
and
then
modulations.
open, say,
And you can tweak functions.
we
for
could say
glitches and
open. We could
modulations.
open something like
hello everybody, welcome to the sound
I don't know.
test stream. So
an
today,
inter-app audio patterning, which is also something I'm playing with at the moment. It's the main output. Do it.
Introduce order with the probability-based coin. Hello everybody, welcome to the sound. Hello everybody, welcome to the sound. And trigger in real-time performance. And trigger in real-time performance functions for glitches and modulations. And you can tweak functions for glitches and modulations. And you can tweak. Hello everybody, welcome to the sound. Hello everybody, welcome to the sound. We are taking a look at Sector. With Sector, you can slice and sequence your loops with a matrix of Markov chain connections.
widget control and random chaos. Widget control and random chaos. Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test stream. So today,
We are taking a look at Sector. With Sector, you can slice functions for glitches and modulations, and you can tweak functions for glitches and modulations, and you can tweak. Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test stream. So today we are taking a look at Sector. With Sector, you can
Opened up the wrong
slice.
one.
sequence your loops with a matrix of Markov.
Opened up the inter-app version of Cosmonaut.
Widget control and random chaos. Widget control and random chaos.
Hello everybody, welcome to the sound. Glitches and modulations, and you can tweak. Hello everybody, welcome to the sound test stream. So today we are taking a look at Sector. With Sector, you can
Slice
slice.
and sequence your loops with a matrix of Markov chain connections.
Now, the thing is with Sector, that is something you would probably, or you might do. I know that Zen from Repulsed and Monkey, I know he uses Sector to slice vocals in an interesting way. The Sector also, so the kind of other stuff you could do, so project. Now, let's just say, for instance, let's go to project there. Let's save that project, Sector voice save. So everything now that I've done now is saved in my, if we go to load project there, custom, and all your custom ones will be there, but this was a fresh install. So Sector comes with absolutely tons of stuff that you can mess around with. So for instance, just going straight up to this starts to give you an idea of the very, very, very clever stuff you can do with Sector. So let's play a bit of this. I tell you what we'll do to make things a bit more logical. We'll take out Cosmonaut for a moment and then just have a blast through with Sector. I use the inter-app audio to fire instead of that one. So this is just Sector now. So now we can start introducing effects back in. So that's just sector, sorry. So some of that would have been patterning. Okay, before I go, here's a quick tip. Okay, back from that's right. I was about to show you if you wanted more control over Cosmonaut, right? Okay, so what we need to do is we'll create a new channel. We'll turn that volume down. We'll take Cosmonaut out of there. We'll place it into there. Well, audio unit extension. We'll go and find Cosmonaut. Okay. Oh, sorry about that little cut as well. I had to go and Postman starts to come round. Anyway, so here we go. So we have Cosmonaut now in a blank there, just like this. Because Cosmonaut doesn't have, if you look, there's no kind of wet and dry mix in Cosmonaut anywhere like that. It doesn't, not that kind of effect. You don't need to. Usually with multi-tap delays, it's not necessary. Anyway, but there isn't one. But easily get around this. Well, I don't think there's one anyway. I don't think so. Anyway, it's a good tip for other things as well. What you need to do, let's close that a sec, is open up a bus send here and send to bus A. Okay, that's first of all. And then in this top one here, you need to just make this bus like receive from bus A. Okay, so what will happen now, you'll see you'll have a little percentage control, and this is how much of your signal you're going to send into Cosmonaut from sector. So if I was to play sector now, actually, can I? Yeah. And I'll choose discombobulation. And then it's what will happen now is when I start to bring up this, it will send the amount, a perfect amount of signal from sector into Cosmonaut, theoretically. So it's almost like having a dry wet control for Cosmonaut. Anyway, guys, look, I'm going to go because I've gone on long enough now. So there you go. I'll put links in the description for all these patterning, sector, and Cosmonaut, and AUM, of course. And thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Consider becoming a patron, and I will see you guys later. Top job. Oh my God, headbutting the camera again. Ta-ta.